Hi, I'm Evan, and this is my wife, Whitney.
I grew up as a believer, going to church every Sunday, and I don't think I fully understood what it was like to be a part of the local church until we came to be at Center Church.
So I currently serve on our setup and teardown team at Center Church, and it's been really cool to see how God's taken something that I'm tangibly doing with my hands and allowed an experience and a connection with Him. Just through simply setting up chairs or making a patio or setting up some kids' toys.
I remember a year ago we had this event at Perkins for all of the students and all of the teachers to receive a pair of shoes. And I remember leaving that day after all of these kids came in, all different ages, varying from kindergarten to 8th grade, getting these new shoes, some of them needing it more than others, but all of them really did need a pair of shoes. And I remember leaving that day saying, this is what it's all about. It's not about like putting on church on Sunday. It's about serving these people in a very tangible way and giving them shoes. And that was a moment where I was like, I want more of this. I want to give more so that we can do more things like this. And I don't know of another time that was more relevant than that.
I think one of the biggest spiritually defining moments for me was summer camp for the students 2 years ago. Being able to put into practice a faith community for these students, I think it was amazing. It blew me away to see how a group of 30 students who weren't that close together become family and then take next right steps in baptism, and lives changed.
As a mom, I want to model that God is first, no matter what that means, whatever area, whether it be our finances or whether it be what God wants for us and for our future. I want to model that God is first in all areas.
The investment we're making in Center Church is worth it because I've seen God change my heart. I've seen God change our lives, our marriage. I've seen Him work in ways that I didn't even know I needed to be worked in.
We have had to set aside things that we truly desire, like Starbucks, because we know what we want to give, and so setting aside some things that we might want for things that we want more.
There may be times and moments where we have to give up what we think is good to see God move in an even greater way.
God never called us to arrive safely at death, and this is a great practical step for me to step out of the boat, step out of my comfort zone, and say, God, I'm closer to you. I'm listening to you, and I'm going to do what you say. And I know I'm going to look back and be so amazed at what's going to happen because of this step. I want everyone to experience what we've experienced through Center Church and ultimately through God.
The tone we want to set is one that shows that everything that we have is only because of God's graciousness to us.
I get excited thinking about the new people that are going to come to find God just by us taking these steps and personally giving the little that we do have in order for others to come to hear about Jesus, maybe for the first time, and kids to come, moms maybe to come to gather together to get a break from their kids. And I'm just excited for the door to be open, for things to happen, and for lives to be changed in that way.
I've already seen God move in ways that I never thought He would move in my life. And for those of you that are a little bit afraid, I'm excited to see how God's going to move in your life in ways you never expected, because you decided to go all in with all of us.
So there's this little sign over my shoulder that says, great moves of God are usually preceded by simple acts of obedience. And that just reminds me that I don't have to be great. God's already great. He's going to do great and amazing things. He's already told me that. I just have to take my simple act of obedience and put it into action, and God's going to do amazing things.